Welcome to the launch of GovConBiz. My mission is to educate you as either a startup entrepreneur or a small business or a large business on how to get federal government contracts. I'm Linda Rawson, and I am the founder of GovConBiz. I'm also the founder of a company called DynaGrace Enterprises. Since 2006, we've been getting prime contracts with the government. We are also an 8A graduate and an economically disadvantaged woman-owned small business. I'm not just another consultant. I don't teach theory. I actually am in the game. We actually have gotten prime contracts and continue to bid on prime contracts as well as to subcontract to large primes, and we market to the government every single week. I know how to teach you how to get a federal government contract, as DynaGrace Enterprises has won millions in federal government contracts. So stay tuned, there's more coming to help you out. Why is it called government contracting? The government contracts with businesses for supplies and services, and the agreement between you and the government is called a contract. The federal government is the biggest marketplace in the entire world. The federal government awards over $500 billion in contracts every year. That's $1.2 billion every day, $52 million every hour, $860,000 every minute, and $14,000 every second. Whether you are a supplier, a contractor, or a service provider, there is a lot of money to win, especially as a small business. That's a lot of money, right? You wonder how to compete and win in the world's largest marketplace. And then you got to wonder, how do you, as a small business owner, get a piece of that action? All that paperwork sounds daunting. Well, it's not easy, and it's not for the faint of heart, but I'm here to tell you that it has its advantages. Stability. Take me, for instance. DynaGrace was recession-proof through the COVID-19 pandemic. We continue to get paid. Consistent work. If you're doing a good job, the government will want to do business with you again and again. Find more opportunities. Government contracting is an opportunity for your company to grow. You may have killed it in the commercial sector. Now do that in the government sector. Assured payment. If you contracted with the government to do a job and they said that you did a good job, they'll pay your invoice. It may be a while. It may be 30 to 60 to 90 days, but you will get paid. You increase your company value. Your revenue goes up because of the substantial size of the contracts. There are advantages for women and minority-owned businesses, especially when there are percentages required for each of the socioeconomic statuses. The government is required to do business with small business. Your local state government has a method for you to incorporate. You will need to figure out what kind of corporate structure you should be, whether it's an LLC, an S-Corp, a C-Corp, or a sole proprietor. A lawyer can help you with that. During the incorporation process, your state will ask you to have an IRS employee identification number, commonly known as an EIN. These are also fairly easy to get, but remember, you don't want to go back and modify the information. Make sure everything is correct. Then you'll need a bank. Local credit unions are great to begin with. We are in a day and age of digital money. Start analyzing what you do. Find your niche and pick a primary North American Industry Classification System code, commonly known as NAICS. Often a contracting officer will find you by this code. You will then need to register in the Duns & Bradstreet system. Weird that it is a commercial system that feeds into a government system, but for the time being, this is how it is done. You will need to get a notarized letter to appoint an entity administrator and then send that to sam.gov. This is new in the last couple of years, but pretty easy to get. There is even mobile notaries. Once all this is complete, you are now ready to do business with the federal government. Congratulations! Get ready for more checklist processes like these. Government work is about perseverance and doing everything they say. Check everything off the list. Whew! That seems like a lot of steps, doesn't it? There are agencies to help you with this process. PTAC, SBA, and the Women's Business Center. They are funded by the federal government. Find one of them in your area and make an appointment. With all that help, where do I come in? You've got PTAC, you've got SBA, you've got the Women's Business Center. They've set you up. They help you get registered to do business with the federal government. Great people. But where they fall short is, then what? What do you do after you're registered? Most of them have never owned a business, let alone a federal government contracting business. They teach from theory. I own a federal government contracting business who has current prime contracts, and we market the government every single day. There are special programs that can help you hit the ground running. These are called Small Business Administration, SBA, Socioeconomic Programs. There's the 8A Development Program. It's a 9-year training program. The government can direct awards to the companies with this status with no competition. By far, this is the status that you want to get. HubZone. Living and working in a low-income area offers advantages. There is a map of these areas on the SBA website. The category never meets their small business contracting goals. It is a very good category to get into. Woman-owned small business. If at least 51% of the company is owned by a woman, then there are set-asides for these companies. Competition can be fierce, and we are currently certified with the same stringent rules as 8A. Service-disabled veteran-owned small business. For veterans, there are contract opportunities set aside for this group of business owners. If the woman owner of the company makes less than $750,000, then the company qualifies as economically disadvantaged. You can see how much money was awarded to small businesses, their goals, and the actual percentage that exceeded or was below the required goal set by the SBA and Congress. Small Business Innovative Research, SBIR, and Small Business Technology Transfer, STTR grants are for firms with innovative research and development ideas. Phase 1 is basically for you to present your idea and see if it can be accepted for further funding. The goal is to make your idea grow to commercial markets. GSA provides centralized procurement for the federal government, offering billions of dollars worth of products, services, and facilities that federal agencies need to serve the public. Basically, GSA is the Amazon catalog for the government. How much profit can you make? Direct labor is the amount you pay in salary. Fringe benefits include employer payroll taxes, 401k match, PTO, holiday health, dental, disability, and life insurance. Overhead is the share of the facility costs, human resource, and payroll. G&A is business development, travel and support of business development, business insurance, and professional fees. The main website to look for opportunities is beta.sam.gov. It is a source for federal government bidding opportunities. You can search for business enterprise profiles, small, medium, and large opportunities, small business offices like Hill Air Force Base, Utah. Get data on what the government actually buys, track down who has bought and what you provide, understand data on how they actually buy, micro-purchase, and simplified acquisition. We'll provide more information about those programs later. Maybe I've sparked your interest. I've taught you some of the basics. Now it's up to you to get started in government contracting. There are 4 things that make a successful government contracting business. Knowledge. The more you know, the more you know. Knowledge and education by experts in every aspect of bidding, legal, accounting, and lifecycle management are necessary. Focus. You have to focus and be motivated because a win is no quick thing. It could be a year or more before you finally have that pot of gold. Refine your broad focus by determining what services and products you have to offer and who will buy your product. Find a niche. Mentors. You will accelerate your business quicker with the service of a mentor. They are hard to find, but once you have an experienced mentor, you will stop making the mistakes that beginners make. Mentors have been there and done that. They are not just talk. They have real experience. Strategy. Figure who in the government buys what you sell. Figure out how to present to them. How to bid on other opportunities. Strategy. Figure out who in the government buys what you sell. Figure out how to present to them. How to bid on their opportunities. Strategize to move your company forward. Stop wasting time on unnecessary avenues that cost time and money. I did write a book. Yes, I did. The Minority and Women-Owned Small Business Guide to Government Contracts. It's available on Amazon, on both Kindle and print. It is several years old now, and I'm getting ready to write a new book. I would love your opinion, and you can book a free 15-minute phone call with me on GovCon-Biz.com. I'll close with a little tidbit about entrepreneurism. You have to have passion in life. Life is short. It is so true that if you do what you're passionate about, then the money will follow. It has been that way in my life. I love what I do. I also love to educate and teach people with my experience and knowledge. And it just so happens that my knowledge is in government contracting. Well, it is a way forward. It is a way to get started in business and to have another growth opportunity. So why not? Sign up below, subscribe to the channel, and we will get you a weekly newspaper with tidbits and also some current events and news going on in GovCon. Go to the website, govcon-biz.com, and schedule a free 15-minute introductory phone call. I'd love to chat with you, see what's going on in your life, and see if there's some way that we can help. Thanks for listening, and I hope that you have a great day.